Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Don't Be Afraid of the News. I'm Josh McClain. First off tonight, Bank of America has stopped foreclosing on tens of thousands of houses due to potential flaws in foreclosure documents. One employee cited saying over 8,000 documents in 1 month. State and federal officials are now investigating whether or not all the foreclosures were even legal. Senator Christopher Dodd is quoted saying, "People shouldn't worry about losing their homes to sloppy, bureaucratic mismanagement and fraud." Let's see here. Next, pink Viagra pulled. German drug maker has stopped development of the drug after it's failing to convince U.S. regulators that it even works. It is said the number of side effects outweigh the number of good things that it actually uses. So basically, to wrap that one up, ladies and gentlemen, men, if your lady doesn't want it anymore, it's not the drugs. Maybe you should try sit-ups. Let's see here. What do we have here next? What's better than getting a new boyfriend in prison? Winning the Nobel Peace Prize. Cut. Winning the Nobel Peace Prize. Damn it. What's better than getting a new boyfriend in prison? Winning the Nobel Peace Prize. Liu Xiaobo is a Chinese prisoner who recently, this week, has won the Nobel Peace Prize. He won this for his long and nonviolent struggle against the Chinese government, ironically enough. Liu is in prison for his constant protests against the government. Now, the government has been quoted as saying the Chinese Foreign Minister Ma Zeshou has responded saying, to give the peace prize to such a person is completely contrary to the purpose of the prize. Liu's wife was asked what she thought of it, and she is quoted as saying, "Come home soon, honey, and watch your back door." Young Italians are leaving Italy in droves due to the lack of jobs and due to the lack of interest in staying in the country. The government is worried that the accelerating flight is robbing Italy of its most valuable resource. On a side note, there are thousands of new chefs on the Food Network. An update on a past story. A couple months ago, literally a couple months ago at this point, we did a story about the Chilean miners that were stuck underground. We're looking at a total of I think this is for 2 months now we've been covering this. And you see how spotty we are about showing up, and this is still going on. They just now reached the point to where they should be able to be reached by this weekend. Apparently they had to have 3 different plans to go in for attack, Plan A, Plan B, and Plan C, and Plan B ended up being the only one that worked. It's amazing that the fact by this, to be able to pull them out, they still have to pull them out one by one at a time, and even when they get to them, it's going to take over 48 hours to pull out all the gentlemen out of that. I mean, can you believe what this has done to someone's mind, being trapped under a mine with the people you work with? Imagine the people you work with right now. And then imagine being trapped underground with them for 2 months and how much that would piss you off. Lizards are like us. Scientists have discovered recently that 90% of lizards live in families after they give birth. And not only that, they give birth to live babies. It's not just eggs like we've always been talked about. There are breeds that do, but for the most part, they give birth to live babies, which gives them the idea that why they stick together as a family. I thought this was just awesome myself. We did a story not too long ago about how human sponges can be. And this just fits right along with this. On a side note, the evidence that is proving that lizards are like humans are doing everything it can to help David Ickey's theory that the Bush family and the royal family are all lizards themselves. Our final story tonight. This one's a little weird. I didn't really know how to redo this one. The writing staff here and the production staff here, we discussed this topic, and I'm just going to read you the beginning of this, and then we're going to try and sort it out together real quick. Okay. The title of this one is from Yahoo News, MGM Studios prepares for pre-packaged bankruptcy. I'm already confused. Okay. Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer Inc. is said to begin seeking its creditors' approval on a new pre-packaged bankruptcy plan in which they will exchange more than $4 billion of equity, or excuse me, $4 billion in debt for equity in a new company that has rights to the James Bond franchise and the upcoming 2-part Hobbit series. Privately held production company Spyglass Entertainment, a co-financer on movies like G.I. Joe and Star Trek, will contribute some assets and merge 2 subsidiaries into MGM for a 4.69% stake in the company, according. Creditors would hold 95.3% of the company after it exists after 9/11. Sorry, Chapter 11. Okay, what this is saying here is this company is going to combine, it's losing billions of dollars because it's made a bunch of crap movies that haven't made any money. It's combining with Spyglass Entertainment so it can put out these other 2 movies and save its ass, and then it's going to file for Chapter 11. All right, in my view, I could be wrong about this, but in my view, they are just doing the middle finger to the legal system of America. They're found the nice big juicy loophole to where a company who already makes nothing worth anything, so they can continue making nothing. Because there's about 6 or 7 guys on their board of directors who just can't go home at night without counting their 15 cars. I'm a movie fanatic myself. I watch an obscene amount of television. It's pretty sad. But this is bullcocky. And this is what we're here to do, is bring you the bullcocky. Josh McClain, don't be afraid of the news. Have a good life.